Alright, hey guys, I'm Rebels TCG, and there's some new Performapal cards and like a new ritual monster I think you've seen in the thumbnail that I wanted to show you guys. If I sound a little different, it's because I'm sick, but I wanted to cover this. But yeah, let's get started. So this is Performapal Gentrude. So I think this guy looks cool. He's like a little demon thing, demon guy. And then if you control, so this is a pendulum effect. If you control no monsters, or all monsters you control are pendulum monsters, and you have Performapal Lady Ange in your other pendulum zone, you can add one odd ice card from your deck to your hand. So this is just a way to search out more of your odd ice cards. And Ange is this card over here. So it is going to require you to have both of them. And then you can only use each effect once per turn. If this card is destroyed, you can place one Performapal Pendulum monster from your deck in the pendulum zone. So that seems pretty good. You get any Performapal Pendulum monster from your deck if this card does get destroyed. So there could be some interesting synergy if you are able to pop it yourself. And then if this card is face up in the extra deck, you can discard one Pendulum monster and then add this card to your hand. Then you can return one Performapal or odd ice card from your pendulum zone to the hand. Okay. So this seems pretty it seems like it synergizes as well with the first effect as a way to pop it. And then this card goes face up in the extra deck, so you can I'm guessing the idea here is that you put it on your pendulum zone, you pop it yourself, and then you place Lady Ange on the other scale, and then you can discard a pendulum monster and then add this card back to your hand, and then you can return one Performapal or odd ice card from your pendulum to the hand. That's if you want to return her back. But then yeah, you just put him back on the scale, and then you can use it to search for this odd ice card. So it seems like interesting synergy. It looks like he would be your go-to if you are going for this Performapal play here, unless she has an effect that works with that too. Let's see. So Performapal Lady Ange. So once per turn, when an attack is declared involving both players' monsters, you can discard one pendulum monster. Your opponent's battling monster loses 1,000 attack. Not that great. Definitely not that impactful. Yeah, that's a shame to see. Let's see. You can discard this card and one other Performapal monster and then draw 2 cards. I mean, that could be good. That could definitely be good. I'm not sure. I think it's discarding. When you discard pendulum monsters, they also go to the extra deck. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong there, but yeah, I mean, if they do, then that's just a great way to get more value and just summon them. You can summon them out later. But yeah, and then if this card is in your graveyard and you can control an odd ice card or Performapal Gentrude, you can place this card in your pendulum zone. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it does it. When you discard it, it goes to the grave, which this is why this is here, so you can get it back. So yeah, it doesn't seem that crazy impactful. It's just mainly your go-to play if you're going for Gentrude here, to search out an odd ice card, and it'll make it easier to pendulum summon. And then here we got odd ice Pendulum Dragon, which is the first pendulum ritual monster, if I'm correct. And it's a skill 4, so it's right in between these two. And then you can only use the pendulum effect while with this card's name only once per turn. Alright, makes sense. During the end phase, you can add one ritual spell from your deck to your hand, deck or grave to your hand, then return this card to the hand. So this is really slow. It's a slow way to just search out a ritual spell, which is alright. I mean, could be good. Yeah, if this card is on your pendulum zone, and then must be either pendulum summon from the hand or ritual summon, and then you can ritual summon this card with the odd ice advent, which is the ritual card. Each time your opponent switch summons a monster from the extra deck, inflict range damage to them. It does put them on a timer, and if you are able to do it while they're like really weak, it might be impactful then, but this doesn't seem that. I mean, switch summon from the extra deck, they will only need to do like, I mean, I could see like 3 at the max. It depends if like, but it's really not gonna hit for that much. And then once per turn, when an opponent activates a spell card or effect, you can place this card in your pendulum zone, and if you do, negate that effect. Then if this ritual summon card was placed in the Pendulum Zone, you can switch on one odd ice. Okay, so it looks like if you because you can Pendulum Summon this card or Ritual Summon it. So I think the go-to play is probably to Pendulum Summon, just because it's a lot easier. So you Pendulum Summon it, you put it on the field. You have the spell negate here. It's only spells. And then when it does negate, you get an Odd Ice monster from your extra deck. That's pretty nice. It's definitely pretty nice. You get a free Odd Ice monster, and during the end phase, you search out a ritual spell. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's like one negate, and then you get a free Odd Ice monster. Seems nice, and you don't even have to ritual summon it, so that's cool. Here we have extra pendulum. So during your main phase this turn, you can conduct one pendulum summon of a monster or monsters from your extra deck in addition to your pendulum summon. So this is similar to double summon, and this is just a generic support for pendulum decks, because pendulum decks are struggling right now, and being able to summon a pendulum summon again might be helpful, as you usually use your first pendulum summon to just summon a few monsters, and then after that you kind of lose your speed. So this could be nice if you use your pendulum monsters so like your first round of pendulum monsters, you use them to get a good amount of links out. You use extra pendulum summon them again, the extra deck monsters, you get them back out, and then you can exceed with them or do whatever you want with them. So that's cool generic support for pendulum cards. It is kind of slow, and but it is generic support that can help. I mean, this could be helpful. It's just that it's not like a built-in engine, so you do have to like go out of your way to adding this into your deck. But this seems pretty nice, but sometimes it could be dead if you don't have your right skills. And then Pendulum Scale, which is the normal trap. You can only activate one card with the card's name per turn. If you have two cards in your Pendulum Summon, apply this effect based on the difference between their Pendulum Scales. So if the difference between them is 0, so if it's like the same number, destroy 2 spells or traps on the field. So, I mean, that's okay. You can destroy 2 spells or traps. So you can't choose one. So depending on which one you have, you're forced to do that. So this is like a free Twin Twister if you just put 2 of the same ones. So that's pretty nice. 1, 2, 3. Add 1 level 2, 3, or 4 pendulum monsters from your deck to your hand. That's cool. Again, this is a trap, so it is pretty slow, and it's also dependent on how your scales are. If you're not like if you have a wide range of scales, this might not work out as well, as it's gonna be kind of random on what you get. But then add 1 level 2 or 3 or 4 pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. So it's a generic search, which is nice. This one 4 to 6 is add 1 level 5, 6, or 7 pendulum monster. So that's nice too. That's really nice. It just searches out any pendulum monster. It is pretty slow, but it's a generic search. And then 7 plus, return up to 2 cards from your pendulum zone to the hand. Then you can switch them in 1 pendulum monster from your hand. So this doesn't seem It looks like you can bounce 2 of your pendulum cards back, and then switch them in a pendulum monster. It doesn't seem that great. I thought it was gonna be like pretty good, considering that it was like the last one, and it was gonna be, because the difference between this one and 8, 7. So I thought that was gonna be like the big, moment. But I mean, you get the special in a pendulum monster. I guess that's nice. Doesn't seem like crazy good, but I'd rather kind of have one of these, in my opinion. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? Do you think this is good pendulum support? I think it helps. Pendulums are definitely struggling here, and I think having anything that could help even a little bit is nice to see. I know a lot of people don't like pendulum decks, and neither do I really. But I think it'll be cool to try to see. There are some like really cool pendulum decks that I like Magispectors and Dynamist, and I would like to play them, and if they became more viable. So that would be pretty cool. But yeah, what do you guys think? Is this good support for odd eyes, for pendulums? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.